Hey everybody, Jason here with Brett's Brick Builds. This episode we have the Lego City Police Boat, kit number 60456. 264 listed pieces, 3 minifigures, a shark, a jewel, a scapegoat, actual boat. The boats actually float. What more could you ask for? And let's go ahead and hop into this one. Usually I don't buy a lot of the boat kits because you lose piece count because of the big boat body that they use, but these were, this one was on sale. 20% off at the store, so I said, I think it'd be a good build. So we will go ahead and get this one open here. Feels like we got a fair amount of glue on this one. As always. You might notice the camera's down a little closer than usual. That's kind of it's not an aesthetic choice. There's a problem with my main stand and I had to MacGyver another one together. So got these two long pieces are going to be part of the railing on the hull. We have the main boat piece here. Gives it the floatability. We got the instruction book number 1. Then we have instruction book for bags 2 and 3. So we will, I'm going to set this off camera. Have bag 3 or 3, depending on your preference. Bag 2. Also be setting those off camera. We have bag 1 and body of boat for bag 1. Set these other guys here out of the way. See if they can set right there. If you hear a crashing sound off camera, that means that where I sat them at was not successful, and I have to pick up some pieces off camera. So we will get the first bag dumped out there. Bag is empty. Boat. Imagine the first thing we're going to do is our minifig, if history is any indicator. And there we go. So we will put him together first. Our crook or criminal guy. Hair there. Put that upside down. There we are. Let's get him on the standee so we can see him. So there he is. He's got the orange jumpsuit and the striped under. He's got everything just saying I'm a criminal. The only thing different would be if he had the Australian ones with the little arrows on them, and that would be the only way. He's got the gray hair, kind of the Nicholson receding hairline action going on there. On the back, we don't have a lot of printing, but that's what we have. So, set him aside and get on here with the starting of this build, which starts with the shark, which is pretty easy because that just goes there, pops on. Got our shark. Now we're to actual build here, so we can put our jewel in the, I guess it's probably a ruby if it's red like that, middle, and then the dome on top. I'll show you that real quick. A little better if you can see through it. So pop off. What thief wouldn't want to try to steal that? That is beautiful. Okay. Now we've got... I apologize for the... if you're picking up any of the background noise, I'll try to do what I can in editing, but what with time change and all just happened. Well, I guess technically yesterday, last weekend, however you want to say it. Feels really late, but it's just barely after 6 o'clock, but it's very dark out. Car. These are going all the way in the back. 1x3 flat. Sorry, my hands are kind of beat up. I've been working around the house on some stuff. So my hands have paid the price. What are we doing? This little bar piece here. Steering wheel. Whatever that is. Searchlight on the front, which is good. It's good having a searchlight there, especially at nighttime. Now we're gonna build our, assuming like our life preserver kind of thing. I guess it probably isn't quite actually a life preserver, but purposes of this build, call it a life preserver. And one more here. Oh, my thumb finger, that orangish yellow isn't paint or anything. I ate an orange before I started this build, so no jaundice issues or nothing, just peeling an orange. There they go. Those have to go at the same time or they are not going to go together for you. Okay, and we're putting the chain through there as instructed. And then these are going to go overlap each other. And then we're putting this hook in the bottom. And that's going to attach onto there. These are all spares. Yes, they are. So that's all spares. Dragging that through the water. Shark is trying to follow it. You slide these spares over there. And then we have our main guy, our criminal guy. Taking all that stuff for a ride. And we're going to take and set him over here so he's out of the way. I need to be building a little further down. So let's set that stuff there. We'll grab bag 2 and 3, starting with bag 2. And it looks like got our other 2 minifigures. So let's go ahead and get everything opened up here. Ooh, okay. Is it good luck or bad luck to be doing a Lego police build and you hear sirens in the background in your actual neighborhood? Is that good? I only live a block off the main drag. There's a lot of police, fire truck, ambulance, whatnot activity going on. A lot of days. Okay, so guy. let's do this here. They both have helmets. Put the face shields on both of them. That was a tragedy. Time out. I gotta get that off the floor. Alright, that was not as bad as I thought. Kind of hit the floor and rolled back to me. You don't get that. You don't get that kind of luck very often, so I'm sure I'm gonna pay for that later. Okay. Both helmets there. Set those there. They both got their life preservers. And then we have, they're both rocking the navy blue pants. Cop pants. I don't want to say it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what both these guys look like before I put their life vests on. And then I'm going to put their life vest on and their helmets. And then that'll be how they look for the build. Pretty much what I call pepper and patty cut. Alright, so first, there's our two officers. They both have printing on the torso. Both have printing on their backs. Now she does have an alternative print for the head. Just kind of happy smiley there. So you do have that option with her, but I'm going to go to the instructions. It says she has the more serious, concerned face with the shades on. So let's see what they look like after we put their vests and helmets on. Same as him. Life vest. Helmet. I have thrown that helmet on the floor again. That cracking sound you heard was my back. If you heard that sound. Okay, here we go. Hair over there. Hair over there. So there they are with their helmets on. They both have the liftable visors. Back is pretty much the same as what we've seen before. The helmets are just white, no printing on them. But they are now both ready in their full-on serious police attire. So let's go ahead and start working on their boat. So we have the boat. Slide some of the stuff over there so I can get this up here. First thing we're doing, putting that piece in there, and we've got these two 1x2 taller pieces. Thirds talls to even us out to that level of build. And then we have the blue flat top guys. There we go. Getting grown-up size fingers in there. Sometimes not the easiest. Set that over here. Then we are to a sub build. I think we're going to build this as looks to be the pilot cabin or cockpit, whatever you may want to call it. And then we will be building on it. I don't know hardly any nautical terms. So we're going to be calling things front and back, side and side. I know that's a big no-no in the nautical community, but port, stern, bow, and starboard are terms I know all the names. I have no idea what they actually mean when it comes to directions or places on a boat or ship. So we got the pilot wheelhouse. I guess that'd be, yeah, that'd probably be the right term, the wheelhouse. And then here, there should be another one. See it there for a second. Okay, that's going to go in here. Assuming as far up as it can go. Some 1x4 flats popping on. Bigger 1x8. Kind of combining everything together. Some of the police dark blues here and here. It's going to be the retention cage there in the front, or detention cage, I guess. There and there. We have a couple of gauges. I believe they're both the same. I don't think that there's a difference in them. Nope, they're all the same. So put them on. Well, that one there saying that its reading is a little lower. We'll put this one on this way, make that reading a little higher. I know there's, I mean, if you zoomed in, there's probably an exact way to that they meant for them to go, but we'll leave that as they were. Some of those nice bright fluorescent yellows. More of a European police thing than a American police thing, but still, you know, it's cop stuff going on there. Or these guys on there. Pop them, pop them, pop them. 1x3 again. Locking this guy together. Ouch. Kind of scrubbed my finger across there. And, hurt a bit. The cubes or block type pieces. Don't see a lot of those in the more recent modern builds. Okay, another little sub build. Seafoam guys. Here again. 2x4s. 1x4s here and here. 1x4 flat here. And here. Here we're gonna have a set of handcuffs. And over here, the walkie-talkie. It's gonna go up on top of that deck there. What are we doing? Oh, we're on the front. Front, bringing a little life to the front of the boat. Giving it some depth. Go. Couple these guys out to either side. Could cheat and look at the box and see what they're trying to obtain there as far as looks, but I'll keep going with the build. Guys there and there. Guessing maybe lights on the front, probably. Yep, lights. Gotta go out at night. Deck, little bench to sit on for putting your swimmy stuff on. Piece of railing. There. Flip it over. Change something. If that's going to be the side you see, and this is in no way a big deal as far as structure, but just for looks, there's these little like mold mark pins. The mold process took place. I'm just going to flip that over. I'm going to make that be, this is the bottom, and this is the top on there. Close. And then we're putting a bench on the opposing side, as I was pretty sure there would be. But I did want to assume a fair amount of spares. Slide those over there. And bag 3 or 3. Here. And smaller bag of bag 3. Peach jump out of there. This I know. Those lights, when they go on there, the red and the green, I think it's something to do with if it's night and you see the boat and you see those colors, you know by which side they are on, that if the boat is coming toward you or going away from you. I believe that's what I've been told. I think that's correct. Sounds correct. Another one of the things to certainly help it here. There it is, under that one. Have the vertical upward hook piece. These guys go on the back. Technic piece we're looking for, there it is. And it has a hook pressed into it. Go there. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite. Teal or seafoam gray 2x2s. Gray with a black single stud centered. Long 1x8 flat piece on the end. Here, just kind of bringing everything together. Have our life preserver going right there, centered on the back of the boat. I'm doing this twice. This is what it takes for each of them, so may be mistaken, but I'm gonna take a leap here. I'm gonna build 2 of these because it only makes sense that there's 2 motors on the back, so that's what we are building. And that's what I will build. I think that's right. These guys on here. On the bottom, that. Pop both of those on. Put the life preserver that I just inadvertently took off there. So here. Minor sub-assembly, it looks like. It is off center. Okay. Imagine there's probably gonna be like a right and a left hand version of these. On top over there, a couple of fluorescent 1x2s. One of these, one of these, and one of these. There. All the way up there at the top, facing that way. Turn it around. That piece. That's going to go on here. Okay. We're going to go probably opposite hand here, this one. This guy's going here. There, if I remember correctly. That way. There, like that. A white. And a white angled. Then it matches up with a blue angled. And then a blue 1x2. This here kind of giving it some depth to the, so it's not just a flat piece there, all the way across. Side light here. Headlight placed properly, and then the 1x2 with the, that was loud, sorry about that. Okay. Here again. And again, we've got our green and red. Again, marking direction that we are running in. More of these 2/3 tall bricks. Again, getting my hands in there, sometimes not the easiest. go. Alrighty. So now we're doing, I don't know if they're handrails or run again. I don't know boating terminology, so I'm not sure exactly what we're doing here, but I do know that this is going to there, the front, and it's going to come around to here, pop into this one, and then go around to the back, pop into that one. So we're going to do that on both sides. Going on there. There, and then this one's going to go around the back into there. So this needs to go up a little more forward there, and from there I'm going to pull this one up. And then we have it where we can open our hatch there without those being in the way. So got a really big windshield there. That's commitment to a mold. That's probably going to be used in quite a few sets from now on, I would say. Put the roof together for the boat. Here, and that's going to go right up at the front there. Light. We have these two guys going on, which are, looks to be essentially structural pieces. Give that some rigidity and hold that all together for us. Here. Sorry, I kind of drifted out on that, but there's just a fair amount of stuff. I'm trying to make sure everything kind of lines up here. There and there. We have this guy. Here and then blue. Front of the roofing. And we got like a bar of police lights. Instead of being on a car, they're on a boat. Yeah, there it is. Comes off pretty easy, but it's kind of like a sun visor there on that. Spare pieces there, and set them that way. Okay, and that is it. So let's take a closer look at the boat. From above, the sides. There's the police marking there on top. Really the only police marking other than the lights on the boat. Lights on the front. The motors in the rear there. They lift up a bit, but they're mostly, you know, if you're running, you're going to have them in the water. hatch that opens up. And a roof piece pulls off, and then inside you can see our boat there, the inside of the cabin. A set of handcuffs, walkie-talkie, life preserver, and that just, oops. Pops on there, and that is it. So that was the Lego City Collection kit number 60456 police boat. Comes with 3 minifigures, a small raft, a shark, a jewel, life preserver. What more can you ask for? And they both actually float. So this is what do you want to call it? Bathtub kit, kiddie pool, big sink kit for you. It is available now from the Lego City Collection. We'll be back soon with some more new builds, and we will see you then.